way.
Hello. We just got to Scotland. I am in our hotel room, which has exactly 3 lights in it. It's currently dark outside. We just got here. It's 6.5 hour drive. We had a couple of stops. And then now we're gonna go get ramen. And it's gonna be super yum.
Wait, show them what we got.
This will be Heather's first time trying it.
What's sticky nuts?
So far, so good. Oh, the girls just found sticky nuts, so we're gonna go grab some of those. All right, it's early morning on day 2. We just woke up and we're gonna go get some included breakfast. And then the only thing we have planned today is we have a surprise at noon and we want to see the Holyrood Palace. We're outside.
Yes.
We finally made it. We had a false start. We got all dressed up
That's all crazy.
and we were gonna go. Oh yeah, it's a nice Mustang. We got all dressed up and we were gonna go see the Harry Coos. We found a place that one of my colleagues told me about, that there's Harry Coos in town here. So we were gonna go, but then we decided, man, we don't really have enough time to drive all the way over there and get a sufficient walk in. So we went back inside, switched to our heavier coats, and we're just gonna wander around Edinburgh until our noon o'clock surprise for the girls. We found Black Sheep coffee. We're gonna go in and just get a quick drink of coffee.
So we are here now today in the middle of this town, and we would like to show you our new adventure and what we did in the mall. So as you can see, oh well, the whole line.
So that's Lana. We got Legos and we put them together and made our own people.
Yes.
London, which one's yours?
I'm the farmer with the bunny.
And then I am the weird Space Force with the screaming face with the wand, because you know IT is magical and no one understands it.
And the duck.
Yeah, the duck's kind of London's too for the farmer, but I figured we could put it in with mine, saying it was like herding chickens.
Yeah.
And then someone just stayed outside.
I had to watch the front. Sorry. So sorry. I've been looking for this special Iron Brew 1901 for, well, yesterday and today basically. So when we were here last time with the girls, our tour guide told us like, hey, so with the sugary drink tax, they had to change their recipe So now the normal iron brew is basically less than half sugar than what it used to be. This is the full sugar, completely like they used to make it back in the day. So we're gonna drink this, and we finally found it in like a little convenience store right here. All right, the girls are getting ready to find out what the surprise is.
The sun.
The surprise is the sun.
It's a Chihuahua place, is it not? Is it?
It's the Chihuahua place.
I'm gonna go past the Chihuahuas.
Yeah.
Hi, if you ever get that Chihuahua cat, you just clean up against the We get them running a bit like
You guys were first.
Sorry.
I'm gonna pet some Chihuahuas.
You are gonna pet some Chihuahuas, yep. And they're gonna sit in your lap. And if I remember correctly, I think we get some drinks too. We made it inside. We made it inside. They put a blanket in your lap, and then the dogs, they set the dogs free.
They're playing K-pop music.
I hope this doesn't get copyrighted.
You want to flash some gang signs like the girls are doing?
That is kind of lovely.
Although she might have to spell it there. Here, it was something it's a little awkward.
Jasmine's there on the wind up.
Lots of kisses.
Oh boy.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello, other one.
that's Emma just getting in there. Did you want to drink anything? Three unicorns, you're like, we're sold. Can I get you anything, my dear?
I'm covered in dog hair.
Listen.
She got up here and made herself a little bed.
Oh, hi.
All right, we just took a break at the hotel, switched out shoes. The girls were wearing their hiking boots, and it was too much for them. And since the original plan was to go hiking, we changed our minds. We're not doing that now. But we found a local market. London got some earrings,
They're gingerbread.
little gingerbread men, and we got turmeric lattes.
And a foraging book.
Oh yeah, Heather found a book about foraging within your inner city, so that was kind of neat.
You can make jelly, like jam out of lilacs. It's kind of nifty, I think.
So the plan, we got reservations at a burger joint. London wanted burgers, so we're going to a burger joint, 6 o'clock. But right now we're gonna do our best to go see the Holyrood Palace, which is kind of one of the main attractions that we haven't bothered to see every time we've been here. This is my, what, 4th time we said? 4th time here? 3rd time for Heather, 4th time for me. And no, 4th time to Scotland, 3rd time to Edinburgh. Never saw the palace. So we're gonna try and see it, see how cool it is.
Look at these ones.
Don't pump it. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but
We made it to the Holyrood Palace.
there's a reindeer.
It does cost money to get in. Wasn't horribly expensive. They close at 4:30 and it's 2:45, so we got a little bit of time.
What's a reindeer?
But this is where the king comes when he is visiting Edinburgh specifically, comes through this gate, and then drives straight up to the front of the castle, or palace, I suppose. It's pretty legit though. Yeah, pretty.
I know I'm moving. I'm sorry.
It's not. If the scaffolding's up.
Well.
Look at this. 1671. Oh, hold on.
That doesn't. Now you're just making it where it's bright in spots and I can't see.
1671. You know what?
Oh. Aha.
There you go.
Don't laugh at me. Dropped it. So we just went through the Holyrood Palace. We weren't allowed to film in there, obviously, but it was pretty cool. There were some interesting things. It kind of reminded me of the old version of what's the summer or the Christmas house that Queen went to? Sandringham. But Sandringham is a little bit more like 1970s to maybe 1950s to 1980s time period of furniture. This one was like complete old school. It had Mary Queen of Scots room. Itchy twitchy noses.
I also just want to go hike up the mountain so we get things over nose one.
Well, tomorrow's the mountain hike. Tomorrow we're claiming this land for the Bruces. Aye. Clan Bruce.
We're so weird. Send help. We need help.
We addressed this problem a few months ago. Basically, what happened was there's a kid or an adult who said, well, it was a heart, I forgot what video it was in, but basically, my sister was trying to eat a drop of cake, and she was shoving it in her mouth, and then someone, I can't speak English, but basically, what happened was someone put a comment that said, I bet you I could eat an entire drop of cake with one bite, in one bite. It was really funny. I was like,
What's up? Holyrood Palace, 2022. November. I was thinking, what month is it?
Yeah, for Thanksgiving. Holyrood Palace for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Thanksgiving's in 4 days. 5 days. 4 days.
Yep.
We're doing Scotland. Thanksgiving in Scotland.
Yeah.
Because since they don't do Thanksgiving, in theory,
Which is
there
really...
shouldn't be too many tourists.
So it's really weird. So they don't do Thanksgiving because obviously that's more of an American holiday. But they do Black Friday, which is not, I don't know. It's weird, huh? Not common, you would think.
So you can walk the lead.
Yeah.
All right, we're good.
We're gonna go have burgers now.
Oh, good morning. We are up. We got breakfast, and we couldn't find a place to park inside the park, but we're gonna go up to King Arthur's Seat, which is the big kind of mountain inside of Edinburgh that everyone goes up.
Newsflash, there's no chairs up there.
Yeah, there's no seat, no seat up there. So anyways, we parked around the corner in like a residential area. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it works. Ugh. I got my new raincoat on, mustard color.
I kind of like that. No, mustard color. It's never bad, but like it's never good.
Snow, and we sled down this?
No, I wouldn't want to sled down something that steep. That'd be scary.
That'd be pretty cool.
That's almost straight down. going.
It's kind of cool. A cloud coming right over the top of us. Oh yeah. I just felt it in the back of my neck. We made it to the top, and as soon as we got up here, a bunch of fog rolled in.
It's pretty.
You can see it over there in the sun.
All right.
Well, I fell.
Wow. I wasn't going to say anything about that, but yes, Heather slipped
Out of everybody, we made it all the way to the bottom.
going down this. She had a bit of an oopsie.
The best part was Steven was like, after I fell, I put my hands up like, yay, I'm the one who fell. And then he looks at me and goes, is the GoPro okay?
So we left Edinburgh, and we are officially in the Highlands. All right, we made it to the village of Avalor up in Speyside. And we found our little hotel Airbnb thing. The poor lady running the bar, the pub that it's attached to, had no idea. The internet said the name of it is like the famous Corky Riverside Lodge or something like that. And I told her, you know, hey, we're looking for this, and she was like, nope, sorry, no, I've never heard of that before. But it is this place, just under a different name, so she doesn't know why it's called that on the internet. But pretty legit. A little outside, we got a little stream going on out there. Bridge, and yeah. So we got a wee kitchen, as she says. We got a whole living room down here. 2 bedrooms upstairs, 2 bathrooms. So all for half the price of what we stayed in Edinburgh, where we all, you know, stayed in the same room. We had no microwave, no nothing. So pretty cool, good stuff. We are going into town to get some groceries because the pub that this is attached to doesn't serve food, or at least it doesn't look like it serves food because it's pretty tiny. But yeah, so we're gonna go get some groceries. All right. Before the sun completely goes down, this is the town center of Avalor. It all.
A sway bridge.
Yeah. It's like a suspension bridge. People bridge, not a.
Yeah,
no
it's a
cars, but-
people suspension bridge.
Some of the things are bending.
Did you see the house over there?
All right. So last night we didn't videotape any of it because it's a bit of a teeny bar, but we went to the pub next door, literally the one through the doorway, and there were 2 local gentlemen in there, and then the local bartender, and we had a nice little chat, and they knew a lot about whiskey. Oh my gosh, they knew a lot about whiskey. And it was kind of funny because there's a dude around here named Brian. The email that I got that said, you know, hey, thanks for staying with us, whatever. You know, please go to the bar and see our colleague Brian, and he'll, you know, let you into the hotel or whatever. Well, when we got here yesterday, there was a lady there, and she said, oh, Brian's not here today. So when we went in last night to get a little bit of whiskeys, the guys in there, like, one of them was pretty knowledgeable and the other one was super knowledgeable, and I just assumed that was Brian because they knew the bartender lady, you know, they all knew each other's names and whatnot. And anywho, they both left after an hour or so. And then the bartender lady goes, oh, you know, I'm going to call Brian. You guys should meet him. And I was like, oh, was this dude, you know, sitting right here wasn't Brian? She was like, no, that was, you know, Cletus or whatever. And but apparently everyone around here just knows everything about Scotch, which makes sense because there's, you know, this is like the Scotch capital of the world, basically, this river. And this little bend in the river specifically, there's a butt ton of distilleries just right here. We did learn quite a bit. We have a Macallan distillery tour on Saturday, and we learned that the locals actually don't really like the Macallan distillery, because I guess it used to be like the good old boy distillery that everyone used to go to, and, you know, whiskey was good, but the bottles were cheaper. Well, now, you know, they've got $10,000 bottles of whiskey, and you know, nobody, basically everyone in that bar was just like, no, Macallan's, nobody really likes Macallan. But we'll see. It'll be a good time. We got a distillery tour today that we're going on, so a different distillery, and we'll see how it goes. All right, we made it to our destination. We are gonna go on a wee hike to a place called Lynn Falls. And we were told last night to park at the cemetery, which we just did. And now, we don't know how far of a hike it is, but it doesn't look too far on the map. Maybe straight up, who knows. But it is literally right next door to the Abalore Visitor Center. So we are going there afterwards. All right, we made it to Lynn Falls, and I don't even know if you can hear it, but or hear me. I don't know if you can hear me, but the waterfall's right that direction.
Okay.
So, like
Okay.
this, huh?
Yeah, go for it. You can go really quickly initially. Don't worry.
I should?
Yeah, just turn it. Yeah, pull up. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, look at you go.
And start slowing it down now. Yeah, that's it. Keep going.
Oh,
Whoa.
there you go.
Peter, no, it's okay. Just, yeah, another little drop. Keep going. Little drop just slowly. Slowly, slowly. Keep going. Stop, stop. Whoa. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. We're not finished. We're not finished yet. Are you doing enough?
You gotta put the cork and the paper on it now. I took a couple pictures with your phone. Yeah. Put your arms back up again. Okay, I got you.
Okay, now we're gonna next bit.
All right. Here comes the fun parts.
Okay, so you're gonna put the cork in there. You're gonna put the cap on it. Not the white cap. Do you see someone try to put the white cap in it last time?
No, I didn't see that.
So
What is
nice
the?
cap.
Oh, is there white cap inside of it or
It
something?
just keeps them straight. That's all they're
Ah.
doing. Okay, so you're gonna pop that. Just watch me under there. You're gonna. Oh, it's not turned on the wall. It's not been broken. It's okay, so don't panic. So as long as you hold on to that, because it will jump, and you're just gonna pull that down quite quickly. Don't panic. There's not yet. It's not a. Just once you start pulling it down, just give it a right good pull.
All right.
Because if you slow down, it churns up. So, but don't worry.
It wrinkles it up.
Right.
Wait, hey, hold on. All right, go ahead.
Perfect.
Look at that.
Turn off.
Yep. Spot on.
Haha.
Excellent. That'll dry up. That's what I'm
You know what's hilarious is I'm sitting here, not only am I recording you, but I'm also trying to take pictures at the same time.
You're doing
And
great.
I've had a few
We could
drams.
have got one of us on there. Okay, not finished. Now you have got to register the birth.
The birth of your body.
20, remember? Again, you can take a picture of this. I'll put this on. And then the barrel number is 800887.
It's actually used in chemistry a lot.
You get a nice number. 494 is your bottle that we've just done. 60.5%.
So you can actually
Today's date, 24th, is it?
Now I'm taking bottles.
Yep, Thanksgiving.
Yep. Was it Thanksgiving today? Oh,
For us, yes.
March.
This was our
Happy
thing.
Thanksgiving.
I know. This is our Thanksgiving week. We didn't want to have to
Just your
cook.
name and who you're
Probably
from.
you as a shop owner,
That's
but the
perfect.
distillery staff would definitely have paraffin, definitely. But
Oh, and you get a
they might have
box
tea
for it and
Yeah, and you
everything.
get to put your box on it. Last Thanksgiving Day, that's so nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, so normally we would do Thanksgiving and bring everybody to.
Then you've got to do your bottles, again, date
but if you
bottles.
had any,
Again, put any, the way you like to write your own date, your own way, that's fine. And then the bottle number, 494, 60.5. Now the reason we don't put the percentage on the bottle is legally, we've only got 0.3%, 60.5 there, 0.3% to play with. So if we were to leave the whiskey in the barrel for too long, the percentage, remember the angel share will take away 2% every year, so
Yeah.
the percentage
So
will
it
drop.
changes
And
each
we're
time.
only legally allowed to have 0.3 up or 0.3 down. And the minute we put a 60.1% whiskey and a label that says 60.5, we've breached all the law.
What's up?
Nothing much.
All right, it's our last full day in Scotland.
Yep.
We
last
are
full day.
gonna go do a quick hike to go see a bridge.
On the way. Yeah, it's really echoey in here.
Echo.
I thought there was horses. Yeah, people come down here sometimes along the river. You know, I get like some trail stuff in the Oh no, you should have made it L minus A. What the
Aww, London and Alana. This is the Craig Allachie Bridge.
saying it wrong?
Say it right.
I screwed up too. Craig Allachie. Allachie. He.
This is the Craig Allachie Bridge.
It's so pretty. Look at the
Come here, Cal. All right, we have arrived at the Macallan Distillery, the literal reason for this entire trip. Are you ready to have your mind exploded?
I'm so scared that it's not gonna be.
People have talked so much shit about this distillery and this tour ever since we got here. We mentioned it to the first person thinking like, well,
They're gonna be like,
not
oh,
not
McAllen.
thinking anything, right? But they were like, oh, well, where are you gonna go? And we were like, McAllen, and they were like, oh, wow, okay.
Well, they got a new facility.
Yeah, so apparently the building and the facility is absolute, you know, millions and millions of dollars spent. I've seen pictures of it online. It looks pretty sweet.
Yeah.
But in terms of like the locals,
Oh, it's
they
windy.
don't like it. Yeah, it's very windy. We're not gonna be able to hear any of this. So we're going. Bit of a
Christmas lights up.
bit of a mix-up. We had to leave the girls in the car. Look at the Christmas tree!
Look at the Christmas tree.
All festive here.
I know. Look at the ceiling.
Yeah. Didn't even finish it. It's just plywood. Ran out of money.
I think it's like a...
We have been seated in some lounge area, and they're supposed to be bringing us coffee and tea. McAllen roasted coffee and scones that they make here. Homemade scones, it says. Well, handmade scones. Because this isn't home. This is huge.
For me, he didn't just introduce sherry seasoned casks. He also just 3.
What is that little guy down there?
Going to the bar.
Oh, he's to the top of the Christmas tree.
This is what comes out. Something like a 160%. It's too much for them to actually use to make whiskey. Woo!